Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of October 24th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that's the kind of thing you're into, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the classic Rider-Waite-Smith with white crystal, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with lapis lazuli, and the Tarot de Marseille with red jasper. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. You might have a combination of messages, and you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. To jump straight to your reading, you can use the timestamps that are right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, group 1, let's see what we have for you. Happy belated Scorpio season. I'm gonna do the format where I throw down all 5 cards and pause. I honestly prefer doing it this way, but I'm still gonna continue the experiment for the next couple weeks. So, we shall see. All right, don't panic, group 1. Let me just arrange this for you, and I'll come back to you with your reading right now. So group 1, I have the overall feeling that this week it's looking like it's going to be a major test of what you're capable of, but that you will come out better for it on the other end. I will give a comment on the space weather at the beginning of the Oracle portion of this video, but one thing is for sure, you know, change isn't very comfortable. Astrologically, it's looking like a bunch of us are going to have a big week this week. And the fact that the only reverse card in your, the only major arcana card in your reading is the death card in reverse it's giving me the impression that you're that this is like a fulcrum point for something different on the other side. Now, the thing is, the 4 of Swords reversed at the top of your cross here, this is one of those cards where it could either be saying a thing or it could be saying the opposite of that thing. So I just want to give both meanings because I'm sure that there's someone that either meaning is relevant for. So despite the disappointment that you may face this week, don't forget to take some me time. It's important to not neglect yourself and to take a beat to really, you know, bring some separation so that you can rest and recharge. The other interpretation is the way I usually read it, which is the come out of your shell meaning, which is to not let the stress and anxiety that you may feel this week, referring to this card here, let you shy away from the communications and conversations that you need to have. Just be mindful. It's looking like some friction between you and some peers that you're trying to collaborate with. I'm trying to be as open as possible and not just say work. And just be mindful of that going into this week. But one thing that is for sure, literally the only upright card in this entire reading here, the 9 of Swords, is I'm tempted. Sorry, I'm drawn to one of the messages that I hear from this card that I very rarely refer to, which is the fact that these swords here also form a ladder by which this woman can climb up and climb out of her situation. But yeah, it's not exactly a ladder that would be comfortable to climb. But one thing is for sure, no matter what you might think for this week, group 1, the universe really doesn't give us anything that we don't, that we're not able to handle. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. In fact, often it doesn't feel like it. And it's looking like this is going to be one of those weeks for you. But yeah, just remember that not all is lost, and what is lost is along the path of a major transformation that you'll be better off for. And to just be gentle with your coworkers. Now, I knew while it was paused that I was gonna pull an advice card here, which is, yeah, be mindful of the decisions that you make. Like, here's the thing, the 6 of Coins is a card of wise allocation of resources, and there's also a spirit of generosity here. So just be mindful to not hold back too much from people, and to not let the tensions that you may experience this week get in the way of giving people what they need to actually help you. Because I say this all the time when I pull the three of coins in reverse. You all want the same thing. You're all going for the same goal. I say something very similar when I pull the two of cups in reverse. But yeah, regardless of that, just be mindful of that and know that this is like a stepping stone to the next thing, even though, you know, it might not, it isn't going to feel comfortable, but you'll be better off for it. All right. So thank you very much for being here. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2. Let's see what we got for you. I'm going to do the format where I throw down all 5 cards and then pause the recording and then give you a reading. I honestly prefer this format, but I'm going to continue the experiment for another couple weeks. And nice. Let me... Okay, that looks good for me. How does it look for you? Ooh, this is crooked. Sorry about that. Just give me a second, group 2. Perfect. All right, I'll see you right now. Slow and steady wins the race, group 2. I can understand the confusion that you may feel throughout this week. Just remember to be gentle with yourself and not let your emotions get the better of you, and to not feel a pressure to make hasty decisions. This is looking like whatever process that whatever major shift that you're going through right now, it is definitely one that you're capable of seeing through to fruition, seeing through to bring about the vision that you want. I fucking love having this Magician card at the bottom of your deck, giving this really strong hope of inspiration, aura of inspiration and hope, despite how kind of scary this reading might look. It's not that bad. I mean, Jesus Christ, the 9 of Cups, even when it's in reverse, it's still a good card to have, in my opinion. But anyway, the overall message is to check your emotions. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to make hasty decisions now, and that for the journey that we're all on, and that you are on in particular, to carefully and diligently weigh your options might be what is called for. So it's understandable. Like something that I say a lot when the 7 of Cups comes up, upright and reverse. This is one of these cards that I read very similarly either way. Is that part of what's keeping this guy confused is that he's afraid of picking the wrong cup. Given the context of this reading and this week, I will give a brief space weather report at the beginning of the Oracle card section. It is understandable, and I would, instead of pressuring this guy to just pick a cup and worst case you can circle back, which is something I say a lot for this card, for this one I would encourage to really think about it and to not let your desire to make things happen right away force you or pressure you. Don't pressure yourself to make a choice before you're ready to. I don't think it's you. Take the time to center yourself, and just remember that as uncomfortable as this can feel, things are actually looking good, and that is doubly reinforced by the Magician card at the bottom of your deck. It is time for the advice card that I told myself I would pull, and we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to pull one, and this Ace of Wands is basically confirming what this 9 of Wands was saying, which is the opportunity is still there. So don't let the fact that the things aren't moving that quick This is yet another one of these just be patient memes, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Don't let the fact that things aren't happening as quickly as you would like. Don't let this delay discourage you from the fact that you actually are on the right track, okay? These are two major arcana cards. These are two pips. So I'll let that speak for itself. And honestly, the reason why I wasn't sure if I was going to pull an advice card or not is because I had a pretty general sense of what this reading was saying, and I thought that I didn't really need much clarification. And before I let you go, final meme, I suspect that at least some of you came over from group 1 because they also had the death card, and they also had one reverse card at the bottom of their cross, and everything else upright in reverse. Anyway, on that note, you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I will see you there. All right, group 3, let's see what we got for you. I'm going to call this now, if Trump number 13 comes out in your reading, the other two groups had the death card. That would be quite the coincidence. And no, good. It would have been funny had it been at the bottom of the deck here. Give me a second here. This should be good. Is it crooked again? A little. Yeah, that should look good. Cool. All right, I'll see you right now, group 3. All right, so the group dynamics aspect of this reading is obvious with the 3 court cards like right across here. 4 if we count the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which I totally do. There isn't much for me to say beyond the group dynamics issue, and the group dynamics issue is pretty fucking straightforward. So it's looking like this week is a week to make sure everyone is on the same page and to get everyone on the same page. Now, the obvious thing that I'm seeing from how these court cards are disposed is that everyone is looking in to the right except for this page of coins here. So I'm basically going to give 2 separate readings depending if you're either the page of coins or you're not. That is the only relevant distinction to me as far as this reading goes. So here's the deal. To the other 2, I would invite you to be gentle and try to be gentle with the this page of coins here, the odd one out, so to speak. Try to appeal to how we've come this far. Isn't the experience and track record that we've built up to this point worth paying attention to? Why can you please get with the program? I just noticed now that the King of Cups is the same suit as this 10 of Cups at the bottom of the cross here. So that plays in even more into what I was going to say. So actually, I think I've done most of what I need to say for this group. It'll be much clearer when I talk to this page here. Page of coins. Odd person out, that, all the others don't get it. I regret to inform you that it's not them, it's you. I think that there is a wealth of experience here, basically the Knight and the King, which are significantly more experienced than pages. And yeah, okay, even if this page here is a kiss ass or whatever, or being a suck up, the thing to keep in mind is that these people have the experience or more agency, and this guy is the master of the field that is relevant to you right now, that is at the foundation of it right now. So I understand how sometimes it's a bitter pill to swallow when you're the odd one out and you're actually the one who has to change, for lack of a better description. But for this, I would encourage you to look at the experiences and decisions and things that you've been through that have gotten you through this point, and look and listen. The odds that with everything that you've been through up to this point, that all these three people are in the wrong and that you're the one that's in the right for this thing, I would take that with a huge grain of salt. And again, it's I don't have much more to say beyond commenting on the group dynamics, just be creative in how you try to work together and how you try to collaborate this week, because I have the very strong feeling that this Page of Cups here has a lot to gain by being open to the wisdom and experiences of these two people in particular. Yeah, do I have a final message here? Let me take a look here, because I honestly don't think that I did much to persuade this Page of Coins here. Try to be creative, and worst case, if in the frankly unlikely event that all three people here are wrong and you were right all along, well, you can use that next time you're in a similar situation, you know? But I would encourage you to play ball. And to the other people, I would encourage you to be gentle with this person, because I think that they all mean well. The thing that I said, that you're all working towards the same thing, that also applies to this Page of Coins here. So keep that in mind. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. You can, if you don't want to see me put your reading away, use the timestamps to jump a couple seconds to the Oracle card reading. All right, so before I before I flip over these cards, I just want to mention, as always, I took a look at the space weather for this week, and really, there are only two stories. It's funny that Saturn stationing direct is like a backstory to the fucking eclipse that's happening. And also, what else? The partial solar eclipse in Scorpio, and then Mars beginning its station to go backwards at the very end of this week. Those are the two big stories. So this eclipse, like from all the astrologers that I watch, it's looking nasty. But hey, we're all in this together. So on that note, Group A, your card is Anxiety. I shouldn't laugh. But listen, you literally just heard me go on my spiel on how, it's looking rough, but we're all in this together. So try to manage it. And I would encourage you to not let your anxiety be the source for the, don't let your anxiety be the excuse that you used for making stupid decisions this week. Instead, use the anxiety as a motivation to get on top of it and to really grow through all this stuff that we're going through. Group B, come on, new moon in Scorpio. A time for healing, balsamic moon. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm tempted to give the message of self-care. If there's a self-care routine that you do and you've been neglecting, you can take this as a calling card to get back on that and to just, this isn't just, I'm so glad I remembered this before moving on, because I don't think I would have circled back. A time for healing isn't necessarily just you as an individual, but also you as a member of the team or group that you're in. Like I said on my rant on the eclipse, we're all in this together, and there was a lot of group dynamics throughout the readings that I gave. So it could be a time to heal as a group, not necessarily just individually. And Group C, your card is trine/sextile, symbiosis, or symbiosis, depending on how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna stick with symbiosis. So This is a time to find. This is a time to do the corporate meme thing where increase synergy, that kind of thing, but like not as a meme. This is a time to really focus on how you can cooperate and collaborate with people. A very similar message. Actually, it's not a very similar message to this. That was an add-on. So for you, really put an emphasis on what kind of constructive collaborations can you make happen this week, and opportunities for more of those in the future, because trines and sextiles are planets that are happy to work with each other. So try to seek that out for this week. And finally, Group D, your archetype card is the Rebel. The Rebel. Let me just show this to you. And the light attribute of the Rebel is challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. The shadow attribute is rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Based on the readings I gave, I'm thinking the shadow attribute of this is more emphasized, and I hate to call you out, but I'm calling you out. So make sure that this is a time, this is a week for you to really question your assumptions about how right you are about things and how wrong other people are about other things. I would encourage you to triple, quadruple, quintuple examine if the thing that you are tempted to rebel against really is worth rebelling against and may not in fact be something that would be beneficial for you. Yeah, I'm almost completely ignoring the light attribute, but I did read it. You can rewind if you want to hear me read it and get some fakakta justification on how you're just some misunderstood pioneer or whatever. I hate to be so blunt with you, but yeah, given the readings that I just gave, it is such an obvious shadow attribute thing. But regardless of that, thank you very much for watching. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know by hitting the like button and leaving any questions, comments, or observations that you have in the comments below. Thank you so much, and hey, we're gonna get through this, okay? So I'll see you soon.